All right, we're going to try to prune this pear tree that's been in here how many years now?
Fine.
So it's been here for 5 years. And you'll notice down at the base wood ashes. And unless your pH is fairly low, I wouldn't suggest putting wood ashes around the base of the tree because it tends to drive up the pH. All right, this pear tree, as you can see, it has a lot of upward growth and the branches aren't very wide. There aren't too many of those. So this one's going to be a bit of a challenge to prune it so that it'll be attractive. So you can still get fruit off of an ugly tree, but we're going to take it on right now. Okay, so you've heard this before. We're going to get rid of all the upward growing wood, which in this case would be almost everything. Sorry. Anyway, moving on. We're going to take this branch out, growing straight up. This one's growing straight up. We want this out. Almost should use the loppers for this. I'll be right back. It's always good to have the proper tool for the proper job. It makes it a lot easier. So these were on the limit of where you can cut with hand pruners. And let's see. This one's growing straight up. This is just terrible over here. So this is growing straight up, this is growing out. All this wood is not where we want it. So we want something that'll go out in this direction. And these buds, this bud over here will take it out in this direction. So will this one. This is not a flowering bud, this is a vegetative bud. So I'm going to cut right here. For now I'm just going to leave this and see what happens. And hopefully I can get something to come out in this direction. Now over here, we just need to open this up a little bit, and this branch right here is going to be taken out. Okay, so we're going to open this up a little bit, so we're taking this branch out. Now I am going to sacrifice some fruit here, but that's okay. And then we're going to take out this lower branch, because this branch is going out, which is okay, but it's going straight up. We don't want that. And this branch will shade it somewhat, so we might as well just take this one out. And then that's all we really need to do with this one for now. I mean, I could take this out and take this one out to give it a little bit more space, but there's going to be some pears here and I think the homeowners would like to get something. So we're going to leave that alone. Then moving around to this corner. Now over here, again, we have wood going straight up and there's going to be some flowers here to produce fruit. So I'm going to trim it back to here and I'll get this fruit this year and I'll probably take this one out next year, depending on what happens. Then we have this branch that's going way up. I don't really want it to go up, so I'm trying to control the size, so we're going to take this one out. And then we have this one going straight up, but this has flower clusters on it. I would normally take this out, but we'll get some fruit from that, and then we'll take it out next year. All right, so now we have these branches on this side of the tree, and we have to decide what we're going to do. This branch right here is going to produce fruit. You saw that previously, so we're going to leave it. We're not going to mess with any of this here. This one can be spread to go out to the north, and we can use that branch. And then when we look at this is straight up, but these are all going to be flowers. So are these, but we're going to take this one out because there are other flower buds around that we can get fruit from. And then we have to do the side on this one. This is going to produce both some flowers up here, and it's going to produce some branches. And I would prefer to direct this growth out in this direction, more toward the south. This one, I will probably sacrifice this cluster here and trim it back to this branch, which will take it out in that direction. Now, this tree is flinging off this way. Not the best looking situation. So we have to decide what we're going to do. I'd like to have the central leader toward the middle, which I'm kind of leaning toward this one, which means all of this is going to go. And the homeowners are going like, So we're going to cut it just above this band that's holding the tree in place. And then the follow-up to that would be to keep our leader going toward the middle. So we're going to make this the leader. We're going to chop off quite a bit of this, and we're going to have some more branching along there. This also brings the tree down and makes it more manageable. So the only thing left to do in this tree is to spread the branches that we talked about so that they don't grow up as much. And that's it.